Folks, welcome to another exciting episode of the Concord Experience. And today I want you to get experienced up with my boy, Jackson. Jackson, thank you for joining the podcast.
Thank you.
And as always, the incredibly talented, better looking of the two of us, my in-game leader, my support, my carry, my sidekick, Johnny Boy. Folks, we cannot express what an exciting week it has been since we recorded our last podcast. These go out a week on delay. So if you watched last week the Coal Pit Classic episode with Brady, you might have already seen the spoilers that we did it. We beat WVU Tech 3-1. Congratulations to their Fortnite roster. They played incredibly well. It was a very close match. They won 2-1. It was a fun match to watch. I'm glad they were able to come participate. But boy, oh boy, am I glad we spanked them.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. Now, their players, absolutely fantastic. It was great having y'all in the building. It was a lot of fun to hear you guys cheer on your own team. I hope that we look forward to next year, but we hope that you'll come back, look at some games with us in the future.
We can't wait. We can't wait to go back to their house.
Next year it's at their place. So we'll you bring the coal, we'll bring the fire. All right. I know that it was an immaculate event. We had tons of fans, a wonderful speech by our campus president. We had the cheerleaders show up and do a fantastic performance for us. We could not have asked for a better arena opener. And if you haven't watched it, make sure you check out the clips on Twitch. Check out our social media. Ask your neighbor. Your neighbor is probably there. And if they made it, no excuse you couldn't. So we're going to see you at the next live event, which we'll talk about here soon. I know this is now the third week of school for us.
Third week, yeah, the end of the third week, yeah.
This has been an education, guys. I had not been in a collegiate environment in such a long time. Professionally, I come from pre-K, and I didn't expect the amount of overlap in skills in wrangling pre-K kids and trying to understand college kids, because you guys want the same things. It's just on a different spectrum. So it's been a big experience for me, but just seeing our teams ramp up. Next week,
activation games.
We play our activation games in Rocket League next week.
Yeah, the first one is Friday, the 8th.
So when this podcast goes live, you need to make sure, one, you watch the podcast. Don't miss a beat. Do not skip the ads. You watch those ads all the way through. And then you come on down to the Concord Esports Arena about 8 o'clock or so. Make sure you check our social media for final times. Watch Rocket League. We have some of the best Rocket League players on the continent, and they're going to be putting a stomp into somebody. We don't know who. That's how activation games work. So activation games, we don't know who we're playing against for the first 2 weeks in the NECC. But if we win our first match, we get paired up. If we lose, we get paired down. They try and figure out where to place us in the right division. I don't think that's going to be a problem for this Rocket League squad.
No, they're completely goated. I'm very excited. This is the first year for Rocket League that we have 3 players all in SSL.
And then from that, we go instantly the next week into
That's the busy week. That's when everything kicks off.
5 nights a week, folks. You're going to be able to drink in that Concord Esports goodness as we participate in the NECC, and then come the end of September, we hop not only to continue the NECC, but we start participating in the ECAC.
Yeah.
So there's nothing but esports here, baby, and we'd love for you to join us. Make sure you check it out. And I think it's already hit social media, hasn't it?
The what?
The next event.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just want to make sure. And please, folks, make sure you stop by our facilities as soon as possible to buy your tickets for the Elevation Showcase.
We should have a live link for that probably in the next week or two.
So you watch for that to buy your tickets online, but you can come here right now. Say, hey, Sig, get me one of the tickets. I got you. You come on down, you buy it. I don't think that any esports org could ask for a better storyline than one of the founding members of the org, one of the people that the president talks about in her speech, Jamie, the director at Mars Hill, coming back for a showcase match. Again, League of Legends, which will be the final match, Call of Duty, and Smash Brothers. And it is going to be a series of haymakers. These are going to be incredibly close matches, and it's going to be some of the best esports that you can watch, period, but especially live here in Southern West Virginia. I know I'm excited for it. My league team's gearing up. And today with us we have Jackson, member of our Call of Duty team. He
AKA
is
Peaches.
Peaches. As featured in the latest Mario movie. Peaches, it's so glad to have you. Jackson, tell me one interesting fact about you.
Started playing COD in Cold War, which was about 2-3 releases ago.
That was your first COD?
No, I played.
Competitively?
Yeah, competitively.
Okay.
It was right during COVID. I played. I think Ep.3 was the first one I ever bought because I had the PS4 Special Edition I got for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then
with the Black Ops 3 logo on the top and the orange. Okay.
And then I got every one of them, but it just wasn't my thing. And then Cold War came out during COVID, and like everything, that was a tough period in a lot of people's lives, and that was a great escape. And I think that's one thing that I like about games is it's a great escape. Started playing Cold War and realized how much I wanted to do competitive COD. That's what
if you ignore the question prompt, that was masterfully answered. So what about COD? More than any other game, because I've seen you play, and I know you play some other games, and you're pretty good at them. So what makes COD the game, though? Because John's a COD legend here. So what makes you make that same choice? What about COD makes COD the game? Call of Duty for those uninitiated.
I think it's the history. I mean, a lot of kids growing up, they had consoles, didn't have PCs, so you didn't have games like League of Legends that are PC based. Yeah. And so COD is really what got a lot of people into gaming. And watching YouTube, and you also see these content houses, like you saw FaZe, you saw the Optic House, and you saw all these creators.
Scuff House.
Mm-hmm. Scuff House. You saw all these 4 people living together, and I think a lot of people saw that and they're like, that's what I want to do whenever I grow up. I want to play games for a living, and I think COD really just developed that feeling in me.
So what's your esports dream? Is it just a collegiate championship, or you're like, I really can't wait to play for the Mutineers next fall?
Mutineers are gone.
I'm sorry.
We talked about this.
I'll read the script better next time, folks. I'm really excited for you to join the Heretics, the Rocker.
Rocker's still there?
Yeah, still there. I know things. I'm relevant and young and hip. What's your esports dream?
I think that's hard to tell. I would love to go pro. I think that's everybody's dream. But I definitely want to win a ring for Concord. I definitely want to win a championship for Concord. I want to play all my 4 years here that I can, unless something drastically happens. Things can change in a year or two. COVID was a great example, happened like that. And I'm excited. I really want to win this year. I'm focused on this year.
Well, good, and that's how it should be. You should always eat the food on your plate before you worry about dessert. So, John, looking at our matchup for COD going into the Elevation Showcase, what do you think our players need to know? Is this a match that they have to prepare for, it's going to be a close match, or do you think we are the underdogs? Are we coming in as the dominating conquerors?
So we are definitely the underdogs in this matchup. So the roster that Jamie has picked up, which I believe is announced, I'm almost positive it's announced, is a very, very, very good team. It was 3 of the players from, I believe it was UONA, which was a top 4 team in all of CCL last year.
Wow.
I believe it's Aaron Sucre, Lucho, and I can't remember the third. And then they get a returning player from Mazo. Or Mazo, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a very well-rounded roster that is very terrifying.
I mean, how do you prepare for that uphill fight? Is it going to be a lot of scrims? What's our process?
So we have been scrimming. We've been trying to get 2-a-days in. So we've been doing probably 3 or 4 days of scrims, and then probably another 2 days of VOD that we've been trying to fit in to prepare not only for the showcase, but more importantly, the overall picture of the season as a whole for VCAC this fall.
Okay. Well, I think it's going to be a great match no matter what, especially with the prep we're putting in, and I hope that Mars Hill's respecting us putting in the same amount of work. Now, I do have a few questions for our guests, though. So, you have a lot of experience with COD, correct? So, based off your experience, which fish is this?
A carp?
Carp? Nope.
It's a bluegill?
Nope.
Bass?
Close. This is the European sea bass. Not a cod. Not a cod.
See, that's what I thought at first. I'm like, is he goes
So from there,
Bro, I don't fish. I don't know.
we have
jellyfish.
Jellyfish. Yeah.
what specific jellyfish?
Blue.
The one
Blue
from-
clear.
The one from Minecraft.
Nope. This is
blue?
a man-o-war.
Oh.
A man-o-war,
That's a
not
gun from,
not to be confused with a Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's a gun from Call of Duty. though.
Okay, maybe he's trying to trick us. Okay, we gotta think. I gotta
right.
think a little bit.
What is this?
Carp? That kind of looks like a carp.
Carp?
Carp?
It's a cod! This is the cod. And I'm assuming, based off its docile nature, it is not the modern warfare kind.
Pre-war?
Maybe Cold War. What is this?
The thing from Finding Nemo.
Yes, it was in Finding Nemo.
More importantly, who needs to fix your print?
Yeah.
No, this is how the fish looks natively. It destroys whatever camera's taking the picture.
I have no idea.
It's called an anglerfish.
Oh, I
They're
didn't know that.
terrifying.
I didn't know that.
And last question for our podcast today, folks. What is this?
Fish.
That is sea bass.
This is cod, cooked cod. Exactly what Concord Esports is going to do to Mars Hill. September 30th, folks. Make sure you come down here, you pick up the tickets. Guys, we're going to wrap up. Is there any pluggables that you have for us, Jackson? Is there anything you want our audience out there to watch for, your Twitch or anything?
I have a Twitch. It's on my Twitter, well, x.com now. Peaches at CU. And then I'm going to start a YouTube channel here soon. I'm going to start our week before our Mars Hill Showcase and just show what's inside of the life of a collegiate esports player.
That's fantastic.
That's going to be exciting. We're excited to see that project.
Very excited for players to build their own brand.
You should. Yeah. John, any pluggables?
Check out our merch, Acquire with a K. It'll be in the doodly-doo down below. And follow us on all socials, Instagram, Facebook, and X.
I think the teaser for the Next Ascend just came out too, didn't it?
Yeah, Ascend Episode 3 goes live September the 8th, the day of the activation matches.
So please make sure you check out Episode 1 and 2. They're on our YouTube. And as for me, as always, I'm Justin Smith, Digital Mouth of the East and North South. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you have to make us successful. That's your #1 goal. Make sure that you check out our videos on Twitch and YouTube. We appreciate your support. And no matter what, have a good day. We appreciate you.